it's been suggested, it's been reported, I've been told this, I have no idea, that Richard Arnold, another one of those people with two first names, which is always a bit suspicious, like Mark Ogden.
Is Ogden a first name?
No. Yes. Ogden Nash.
Who's Ogden Nash?
There are. Ogden is a first name, right?
Like where? In what country? In the US? Who's called Ogden? Give me.
I told you, Ogden Nash.
You made that up. Who's Ogden Nash?
Stop it. All right, fine. But I've been told that Richard Arnold has looked at Ed Woodward's experience at the club and isn't going to make some of the same mistakes in terms of being so visible, in terms of the guy who was perceived by everybody as making all the bad decisions that didn't work out.
So involved in football.
On the football side, right? He knows his limits. I've also been told by somebody else, I have no idea if this is true, that actually a lot of the bad decisions that Woodward made were actually Joel Glazer decisions, but Joel Glazer likes to keep a low profile. And so Woodward's happy to take credit to protect his boss, right? That's what I was told.
That's kind.
And I think with Arnold, that he doesn't want that to happen, so he might hire some sort of figure or promote a figure internally and just give them wide latitude to say, hey, you and Joel make the decisions, okay?
On top of Murtaugh and Fletcher and all of that.
Either somebody on top or just elevate one of these no-name drones who never appear in public, never put their face in front of anything, right? Have you heard this, Mark? Well, what's your take on this? Is this something that's possible? Is something that's being talked about?
Yeah, I mean, Richard Arnold's a different character, Ed Woodward. I mean, I've got to know both of them over the years, and I think they are very different. Ed Woodward is a guy that likes to be liked. He's very sociable. Will wave you over for a drink if you're on a trip somewhere. Richard Arnold's the opposite. He's personal, but he won't ask you to hang around. He'll kind of usher you away. So he's a different character. I think he's more demanding in his current role at the club. I think he's more unpopular than popular, but in the sense that he demands a lot of his staff. So I think he won't have the same determination or desperation to be liked as Ed Woodward has been. So I think that will have an impact on the decisions that he makes. He won't do things for populism or to be popular. I think he'll do it because he thinks it's the right thing. So, and in terms of having somebody between him and the football side as a buffer, I think that may be Rangnick's role. That could be this kind of consultancy role that he's been lined up for. I think
once he stops being manager, you mean?
Yeah, I think that's something that would fit well, and it would enable Richard Arnold to come away from the football side of things. He's not a football guy. He's a rugby guy. He's a guy that admits that he's not a football guy. So it might streamline things, but ultimately, as you say, Joel Glazer is the guy that signs off all the big decisions, and I think that's probably right. I think some of the bad decisions have been his fault. I think we do know that Joel Glazer pretty much said no to letting go of Anthony Martial a couple of years ago when Jose Mourinho wanted him to go because he was Joel Glazer's favourite player. And
so I understand this completely,
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.